In 1994, a 30-year-old man sat in a comfortable office on Wall Street. He had a high-paying job, a stable future, and a brilliant mind. Most people would have stayed. But Jeff Bezos saw a statistic that changed his life. The internet was growing at 2,300% per year. He didn't just see a number. He saw a tidal wave. He quit his job, packed his life into a Chevy Blazer, and drove across the country to start a bookstore in a garage. Today, he is one of the richest human beings to ever walk the earth. This is the history of how Amazon went from a dusty garage to a global empire. Jeffrey Preston Jorgensen was born in 1964. His biological father was a circus unicyclist, but he was raised by his mother, Jacqueline, and his stepfather, Miguel Mike Bezos, a Cuban immigrant who arrived in America with nothing but a few shirts. Young Jeff was a prodigy. He once tried to dismantle his own crib with a screwdriver because he wanted to sleep in a real bed. By high school, he turned his parents' garage into a science lab. He didn't want to just be successful. He wanted to be an inventor. He graduated valedictorian and went to Princeton to study physics, eventually shifting to computer science. By 30, Bezos was the youngest senior VP at the hedge fund D.E. Shaw. But that 2,300% growth stat haunted him. To decide whether to quit his job, he created what he calls the regret minimization framework. He imagined himself at 80 years old. Would he regret missing out on his Wall Street bonus? No. But would he regret not participating in the internet revolution? Absolutely. With $300,000 in seed money from his parents' life savings, massive risk for them, he moved to Seattle. Amazon wasn't an overnight success. In the early days, Jeff and his first employees packed books on their knees on a concrete floor. When he finally bought packing tables, productivity doubled. He chose books because there were more items in the book category than any other. No physical store could hold them all. In the first month, Amazon sold books to people in all 50 states and 45 different countries. But the dot-com crash of 2000 almost wiped them out. Critics called it Amazon bomb. Bezos stayed the course, focusing on one thing: the customer. Bezos realized Amazon wasn't a bookstore. It was a logistics and data company. He launched Amazon Prime, which critics said would bankrupt the company on shipping costs. He launched AWS, Amazon Web Services, which now powers half the internet. He didn't stop at Earth. In 2000, he founded Blue Origin, his aerospace company. His childhood dream of moving heavy industry into space was becoming a reality. His net worth began to climb by billions every year, fueled by a philosophy of day one. The idea that you must act with the speed and hunger of a startup, no matter how big you get. Jeff Bezos' story isn't just about money. It's about the power of long-term thinking. He was willing to be misunderstood for long periods of time to build the future he saw in his head. From a garage in Seattle to the edge of space, he proved that if you obsess over the customer and invent your way out of problems, you can change the world. Jeff Bezos stepped down as CEO in 2021, but his blueprint for the everything store remains the gold standard for modern business. Whose background should we cover next? The tech genius Elon Musk, or the legendary investor Warren Buffett? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching.